Right, welcome back. Part 16, Project Bandit, Phase 3, tank cover thingy bob. Now, last one we did, I just put a coat of black over this. Wasn't very interesting, I'm afraid. But now it's dry, I can deal with it. Now, as I've done, as I sort of said I was going to do, this is to scuff back now. I just want to use the scuff pad to give it a matte finish. I've had a good long think about this and what to do with it. Your suggestions have all been brilliantly well received. Thank you so much for all your suggestions. Absolutely chuffed with that. But honestly, we're going with less is more. We're just going to literally scuff it up to give it a matte finish. I'm going to come round these lips and these creases and edges and just go a little bit through, just to give it a little bit of a patina. And where the Suzuki word is, I'll just bring it off so you can see where the Suzuki badge is there underneath. I'm going to exploit that option just by scuffing that through so it kind of shows half of it, and that will show through the hole in the cover. But you never know, a little bit make it up as I go. So just for now, I'm going to scuff it up. That's all it is, just to get, just gently with the pad, just to take that shine. You can see straight away, takes the satin shine off it, but I'm going at it really gently because I don't want to go through it other than just a few places. I don't want a big silver bit to appear. So usually with a scuff pad you kind of lean on it to put lots of scars in it, lots of little scuff lines, which the new paint, because you do these things here fundamentally are for repainting the car. If you're going to repaint the car, you scuff all the lacquer back with this and it gives you a nice key to key the new paint on. But I don't want that. What I want is a smooth finish, so I'm using it just as a flattening thing to take the shine off. What do you reckon, do you want to do some?
No, it's too hot.
It is a bit hot, isn't it? 34 degrees today. Fantastic summer. We're having a Portuguese summer. Fantastic. Just get right around it all. Take all that horrible shine off. Don't need shine. Shine is no good. No shiny. Step away from the shiny.
You don't do shiny.
Don't do shiny.
Don't make any faces.
No faces. There will be no faces today. Well, I can't. Don't know, there might be. But if there is, Penny will spot them first. I was impressed with the amount of you that saw the faces. Next, you'll be able to hear voices.
Make it too perfect.
As if by magic the Suzuki appeared. Just to give you a quickie, sneaky peeky. It's taking a while this, but that's the idea. Like that. So we shall see. What I want to do today is get just one of the 4 plates stuck on. I'm going to do them one at a time in 4 different lots until they're dry. The reason being that you can do one absolutely perfectly, and while it's wet it still moves around. While that glue is wet it's going to slide about, and while you're then putting the other you can move that one and it can just end up a right farce. So I'm going to do one, tape it all in place, stick it there, that's it, let it dry, then do the other. It will be long-winded, but they'll all be perfectly placed off each other, so they'll all fit perfectly. Right, let's crack on this side. Just go gently with this really sharp 320 grit, just coming in and just taking off really gently. Just taking off the high spots. really coming out better than I thought. A bit of red showing there as well, just to give it that extra little bit of patina.
Is that rust?
Rust, baby. No rust. Bear in mind that's all going to be seen up the middle, so just trying to inject a bit of patina on that centre bit.
I hate to say it, but I can see a face starting to develop.
Oh,
here.
come out of it. Where?
Look,
Where?
mouth,
Where?
nose and
Where?
mouth.
Where?
Mouth, nose, and his eyes are starting to appear.
Well, like a sad mouth.
Yeah. Can you not see it?
I can see a sad mouth there and a little...
That's where the other one was.
Well, when you can hear voices, let me know. I need at this point, I have to make an ode to my painting mentor, Milo himself. Milo taught me this one. I've just got to get this curve and rub down in this curve. Just roll your paper up like a tube and just go round, gently around that curve, and it takes it out. Just a little bit of a crease in it, right in that edge, so no shiny. Because if you're painting this, if you were actually flattening this down for painting, then any shiny bits cause fish eyes and problems. So this kind of attention is what proper professional painters like Milo have to do when they're painting multi-curved bike paint. It's all very easy to blow the paint off and go back to bare metal, but the hard stuff is getting a little tiny attention to detail like this. If you don't watch Milo Garage, then you should. You'll learn a lot from Milo. There we go. Actually, that's coming off there as well then. Kind of looking scuff free. That's it. All the shiny off it. I think we're nearly there. What do you reckon, Pam?
Yep.
Any more faces? Any more faces? Any arms and legs?
There will be one.
Any feet? Right. Now just going to go over the whole thing with a pad and smooth it out. Just gently. Take all the little lines out of it to make it look just a bit less contrived than it is. Which it is.
I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, done. Go on. Where's the face? Go on.
There. Can you not see
Where?
it? Look.
Where?
Mouth,
What, here?
nose and eyes.
That's Jesus, baby.
It is, isn't
That's
it?
Jesus.
That's a face.
That's the face of Jesus.
Oh my God.
This bike is haunted. It has faces.
Ooh.
What there?
You can see it more through the camera. It's a face. Yeah.
What there?
Two eyes,
Nose.
a nose,
Mouth there.
and a mouth open. The mouth's open.
What's it saying?
Like
What's the mouth saying? Lay off me with the pad, you skank.
Stop scratching my face.
Stop scratching me up, you skank. Right, I think that will do. That's contrived enough.
I'm exhausted watching.
It is, but I will, I tell you. Got a fan on, trying to keep cool. Rubbish, baby. Makes them Miss Rubicus. Okay, now the usual. Going to degrease it. Reach the old glass cleaner. Glass cleaner is great for degreasing because it obviously gets all the smears off your glass. Open it up, it works quicker. Cuts all the grease stuff off. We're going to stick glue to this, so we want it to be a completely grease-free surface. And it also takes off any of the paint, any of the dust into the liquid as well. Makes it nice and clean. Now if you wanted to, you could actually matte lacquer that now, which would seal it all, but to be honest, I'll stick some shields on it. Is that one out of it? Right. Okay, second pass. you can use a proper, if you're going to do something like this for yourself, you can get proper dust and grease removers for painting. And when you smell them, weirdly enough, they smell exactly like glass cleaner. And that's £1. What was that?
Euro car parts.
Euro car parts, £1. I think wax and grease remover is probably about 10 times that cost. So there you go, use what you have, babies. Right, that for now is going to go, just dry it off. Give it one more go just before we're going to do the first stickage. I'm just going to put that there for now because I've got the next little thing to do is these here. Now, obviously on the inside of these, just reaching for this test piece. This was the bolt. This was the bolt that I test stuck onto there to see what it was like to get off. So I scuffed the paint. You can see what I did. I've got that exact paint finish that's on the tank now. I did this a week or so ago, so it's nice and tough. I stuck the glue on there, stuck it on there, gave it 24 hours, came back, and I couldn't get that off with my fingers. I had to get the mold grips and tore it off. Then what happened, as you can see, is the glue, there's even an imprint there. You can see it.
You can see it.
Of the lettering on the top. So what it proves is that this, the top of these bolts is not, you need to buff them up, you need to scuff them and prepare them. They're not just going to be on their own okay. The glue didn't come off the paintwork, which is good, it came off the bolt instead. So the first thing I thunk of was to get your lapper and scuff them all up so that they're ready. And first of all, I used flat disc, and the flat disc made for, that one was done with a flat disc. Now when you listen, smooth, and this one was done with the grinding disc, and that is, so the grinding disc makes a hell of a, you can even see it, makes a hell of a grind, like a rough old surface, and it takes all the zinc and the lettering and everything off. So for the purposes of stickage, I'm going to go over these completely with the grinding disc, and no, it's not to be recommended. These really are for cutting. Really you should use these in a straight line, end on only. I'm going to be using it in that fashion. It's a thick one, it's a 3mm thick one. Don't use the 1mm thick proper cutting discs, because if you do that they'll just break up and bits of these come off at many miles an hour, and they usually embed themselves in your dermis, which isn't really fun. It can spoil your whole day. So for now I'm just going to use this very carefully. I'm going to do a couple, and then Penny's going to leave the garage because I don't want her wearing any of it. Put them on for a second. I'll just do a couple, then you can
got your Eltons.
Get your Eltons, yeah. Then you can op it while I do the rest, just in caseage. I'll show you what I mean.
I'll do one.
Do one or two, right? Mind your ears. Ring, ding-a-ding. So you get the picture. They're lovely and, stop. They're lovely and rough, as opposed to that, which was that's the flat disc. So they're all going to get grindaged, every single one of 100. By that time the ears will be ringing, and Penny will be fed up with it. So you shoot off. I'll get these done. Come back in a minute when I'm finished.
Sorry, I was a bit too focused in then. Sorry.
Shall I start again?
No.
Right, so I'm going to do the rest of these, and then you can come back, and we are going to stick, today, we're going to stick the first one, which is one in place, as the lead one, from which we'll do the other four, the other three, when that first one's dry. And there's a reason for that, I'll explain when it comes. But for now, grindage. Hey, welcome back, Pen.
Thank you.
My ear's ringing, you're not. Okay, now we're going to just do one today. Just going to stick one of them in place, and the reason for that is I just want this kind of pressed ring in the tank for the filler cap. Is a great reference point because we're using a tank, so this is the same pressed ring, and I've cut it out about 5mm when I cut the centre out, so that gives me a perfect reference point. And as I said, when that's stuck in place, what I don't want is to have to take my hands off that and leave it, and then stick the other one on and knock it and move it, because once that's stuck, it ain't going anywhere. It really ain't. All these are now done, nice and scuffed up.
We did hear you.
We did. Good, I hope so. Let's get the tank back on firmly so you're going to jump about. Best place to put the tank for this is on the bike. Okay, well, right. Just going to do one more little tiny pass on that. Whack some grease out of the way. We just stick this one on tonight. There we go. Hear that?
That is the correct sound.
That is the correct sound. Is the correct way to ride a motorcycle. Wide open, boy. Right. That is as clean as a joke on Children's Hour. Right. So,
Stickage time.
stickage time. Cake icing time. We're going to do just that one each. So, it is just. Let's just have a little play. It's just a blob on each one. They only lot because they're butt to butt, flat to flat. So as soon as that makes contact, it's just going to squidge. I don't want too much squidgage. I was looking for a better word actually, but it is probably the right word.
You do that very well.
Really.
Eat your heart out, Jane Asher.
Jane Asher, mate. She got nothing on me, I tell ya. Delboy's cakeage. I told you, it's cakes. We're the Idiot Collective, mate. We're specialists. You kind of got to. That's better. A tiny bit more. You're not going to see this, I hope. Those are big, ugly blobs of rubber holding it on. As with all projects, I'll tell you now, folks, as with all projects, this could just all end up under the bench in the scrap bin. Many, many times that has happened. He who dares wins. Either works or it doesn't. I'm going to put a little bit more on that one. And that one. Now the great thing is, if all this goes pear-shaped, I'll have to kind of rip it off and find another way of joining it on. That's the only reason I'm just doing one. I'm not doing all four today, as well as the fact that
it's late.
It's late, I've had enough. It's been a long day. What is the time?
It's about 8 o'clock.
8 PM. And they're doing it, Ken, what do you reckon? Any more you can see need a bit more?
No, don't over.
Don't over egg it. Right, there we go. We'll put that. Where'd the cap go? There it is. I've learnt with this, just clean the end off completely, because it forms a plug and you can't get it off. Cap back on because it sets by air dry. Here we go. Right, tape. There goes nothing. Moment of truth. You see alright? Sorry, come on.
I'm fine.
I know. You're so fine. Right. Just literally, that's my only point of reference around there, and around here it kind of fits on its own. I don't want to.
Well.
Don't know. As soon as it touches, it's on there. Bonded, baby.
It almost looks like crocodile.
Crocodile now. Okay. What, crocodile face?
No.
Skin?
No, just, do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
lovely,
That
lovely,
kind of-
lovely. Feel that squidge. And that went on absolutely lovely. Just hold that on. Got a torch there, right?
Oops, I'll just reverse.
That sounds like Tom and Jerry's mum. Remember that? Thomas?
Thomas.
Oh, lovely. Little
Neon
baby
lights.
squidges. Look at that.
Neon light.
Neon lights, yeah. No neon.
No.
Shut up with the neon. That's lovely. Everyone has made contact. Can't see those at all under there, which is all good. That is lovely. That is lovely. Yummy, baby. Right, to you. Now can you put that down and just put a hand there? Just don't want that to lift. Between there and there, back a bit that way. That's it. Oops. By the way, these are my hands and these are Penny's. You can tell by the colour of the nail varnish. Right, don't move it, don't move. Stay there.
I feel like I'm sticking to it.
Right, you are. Sticking to it?
Yeah.
You are. I didn't tell you. It's just your new position. Right. Here, go on. That's it. Right, too. Cheers.
It's sticky.
It's where there was a bit of insulating tape on the test build. Now just pressing that down corner by corner, just bolt head by bolt head. There's no movement or wobbliness, you know, no rocking in it at all, baby. So all I'm going to do is take this on to depth now, just to get that pressure into it. Right, so that's looks utterly ridiculous, I agree. But as I said, that's now firmly held on, plastered on there completely, and the pressure going in there is going to hold that and bond it perfectly. And then once that one's permanently in place, I can do the other three. I won't film this, it's not going to be full videos, don't worry. There's a bit of a deadline going on here at the pen. We've got Bulldog Bash in a week and a half, so I really want this tank wrapped up and finished.
We're not taking it, but...
No, it's not going by any means. Did you see what I did there? Wrapped up and finished.
Oh, sorry, I interrupted your joke.
This shit anyway, I wouldn't worry about it. So that's going to dry for probably 24 hours, and then off camera I'm going to do the other one and probably the other third. So the next video, just put the last fourth one in place and you'll see the effect once it's all done, and I can unwrap all this stuff off it. It's just so that I've got all this bare tank at the minute to bond that down to. And if you can imagine, if there were 4 sort of wet slidey ones on there, there's nothing to bond it to, it all just ends up a mess. So that's that for now. So thanks for watching. Number 16, that's a wrap. Oh, they just keep coming. See you next time.
You need a beer.
What a load of bollocks, I need a beer. See you later.